Well. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to At the Buzzer with your girl Jess.
And your boy,
And
the man, myth, and the legend, King Will. You know who it is.
awesome. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Tuesday, which has been very rainy where I'm at. I think probably where Will at as well.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. We definitely been
so in
dealing with some rain.
Georgia is pretty rainy. So I hope everything is great where everyone else is at. Blessings to all. But yes, we have a wonderful show to you. Excuse me, for you today. So let's go ahead and
Mm-hmm.
get it started. Whoop
Oh yeah,
whoop.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
But first and foremost, as we all know, we're gonna start with my wonderful scripture. Today comes from, First Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13. And now abideth faith, hope, charity, these three, but the greatest of these is charity. So what that basically means is that you can have faith and hope and everything. That's awesome. We all have that every day. We all ask for that every day, hope and faith. But the greatest of all is charity, which means love. So we should always love everyone, and pray for them. And the best way to love someone is to pray for them, as I always tell everyone. So just always try to love on everyone, even our crazy family members who get on our nerves.
Absolutely,
So, so yes, with that
absolutely.
being said, let's get into our first topic. As we all know, the wonderful, great Paul George has been traded to the
Let's
76ers
go.
on I believe it is a 4-year contract
Yeah.
of 140 mil or 50 mil. Forgive me, I had it, but then I lost it. But he signed for
Ah,
a lot of money. He signed for a lot of money, y'all. And do you think the first question is, do y'all think Paul George would get them 76ers over the top?
so it's 4 years, 212 million. I looked it
Dang
up
it,
before you
I was
started.
totally wrong. I was off 100 mil. Forgive me, Paul George.
You
You're
definitely was
paid.
off
Let me
100
borrow.
mil.
Let
When you
me.
said, I was like, I think that's a little off.
Dang it.
But
Give me $1.
um,
That's all I know.
I know that's right. Well, I'll say it like this with Paul George. I like me and you had conversations about this,
hmm
off camera, and I said this ain't gonna change anything. Um, you have two guys who choke in the playoffs. So which one's gonna choke worse, Paul George or Joel Embiid? So I don't think this makes them better than Boston. I got to
hmm
see them against Milwaukee because first they got to jail. Everybody know
hmm
you just can't throw superstars, quote unquote superstars together. I don't think Paul George is a superstar. I think he's more
I think he's a star.
star. Yeah,
Yeah,
star. I won't say superstar, but I
for
will say
sure.
Embiid is a superstar.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
but I don't. And then you remember I asked the question: who's the number two option, him or Maxi? So
And you said Maxi. It should be Maxi, but I just don't see
mhm.
Paul George, especially in the beginning, giving that to Maxi. In my personal opinion, he should, but I just personally don't see it. However, in the playoffs, if Paul George is healthy, I expect him, depending on how his role would be at the time, or however how Maxi is playing, to basically go with the flow. So if he's cooking, I do say give Paul George the ball. Um, but if Maxi is having a better series, depending on, I'm sorry, the matchup, because you all know playoffs is about
Mhm.
matchups. Depending
Yes,
on the
it is.
matchup, I expect them to go by that. And Embiid is a matchup nightmare for anyone when healthy, so he should always get the ball. But the second
Big
option,
asterisk.
yes, we
Big
don't know.
asterisk. What you say? Win healthy. That's the problem. That's the
Yes,
problem right
that is
there.
the problem.
Joel Embiid, we don't know if he could be able to stay healthy throughout a whole season. Paul George typically does not do well in the playoffs. I mean, he's had a couple of seasons with Indiana, but since with the Clippers, they always do well and then they trend down. Haven't been to the finals,
hmm
none of that, and had well built teams.
That is very
Maxi,
true.
I feel like Maxi should be the number two. He's the young guy. He's the number two guy. He was the number two guy. Now that's gonna be hard for you to then come in and just say, why? We know what we had you as number two, but oh, it's Paul George. Am I Maxi? I'm taking that as not as an insult, but like, no. You see me raise my game to number two status. I'm younger. I'm a younger prospect. No, he should stay number two. Paul George is number three. But I don't think this is gonna. They're not gonna beat Boston. I don't see them beating Boston. Um,
You
I
gotta see
think
him
people
against
are still.
Milwaukee.
I still think people sleeping on Milwaukee. You got to understand, Giannis was hurt at the end of the season, so that's why
Very
honestly
true.
Milwaukee kind of lost. So and him and Lillard was kind of figuring out before he got injured. So we
hmm
don't even know
I
what
agree.
that they could have turned into in the playoff time. I don't think that makes them better than Milwaukee. And so
And
we'll,
against Knicks
we'll
though, you got to see how, because at the end of the day, you know how Tibbs is, um running for
yeah,
players.
exactly.
But
Exactly.
what I will say is that I know the chemistry with
Hmm.
Bridges and everyone will be easy. They've been playing together. They play pickup all the time. It's just something they just besties. I just see it being a little bit more flowy, faster than
Hmm.
sixes, but we look good and everything. But I still put them there. 76 is our top five though. I put them in the top
Yeah.
five.
Yeah.
Their potential is second seed potential.
Yeah.
I'm tired of doing potential sometimes because we all know we just want you to do it. But
Exactly.
let's go by potential. But yes, on paper, they should be number two. They should be
Exactly.
because their bench, especially with adding Martin from Miami, they should
Yeah.
be they're better than Milwaukee on the bench, if I'm being honest. So
No, I can agree with that.
they should be
I,
number two, but we just have to see how in the when they get to the playoffs, how it's going to be. Are they going to be healthy, and are they still going to be? Are they going to be clicking?
yeah. I was going to say they did. I will admit, 76ers made a couple of good free agents moves with Caleb Martin. I felt like they got somebody else too. They picked up somebody else. Can't
They
remember.
picked up somebody else. Forgive
Mm.
me. There was a lot going on with all those with all those trades.
Oh
But
yeah.
what I do want to say is this, and it's something that what do you think about this? Brandon Jennings didn't like this or whatever, but one of the main reasons why he was leaving the Clippers in general, he wanted a no trade clause for like 3 years, 150 with
Yeah.
no trade clause, and the Clippers didn't want to give him that. Do you think he deserves a trade clause? I know that for sure. Forgive me for the 100 mil taking that off because I should have known that and that's figure. But I know this is for sure. He came out of his mouth on his podcast, which is a great podcast, by the way. I actually enjoy it. 150 for 3 years, no trade clause. Do you think when you are a star, not necessarily a superstar, but a star, do you think they should be asking for a trade clause?
So here's the thing. The reason why I'm gonna say he doesn't deserve a no trade clause because there's only two players that have no trade clause, and that's LeBron James and Bradley Beal. And why Bradley Beal has it, we don't understand. But I mean,
Because Washington, they loved him in
foolishly.
Washington. I personally think
Yeah.
they loved him there. Would you say they're idiots?
Yeah, that was stupid. That was stupid.
But I'm
Because literally no one has ever had a full no trade clause, and you give it to Bradley Beal. Like, what? Anyway, but no, I don't think he should have gotten that. But I mean, I can understand why he wanted to move on because they did offer him less. They offered him the one. I think that's where you're getting the one from. They offered him the 3 years, 150, I believe, and he
yes,
felt like that was a little slap in
but
the
he
face.
wanted the trade clause with it,
Yeah.
and that's when they was
So
like, "Nah, bruh." I don't
yeah,
know if they say
and
"nah, bruh,"
he didn't
but
deserve it. I mean, he's not a level of LeBron James, so no.
yeah, because
And
not even like, and even like KD and Steph, they never asked
none.
for it. They never asked for a trade clause. Well, but we don't know if they did,
Yeah,
but they never asked for a trade clause. So it's just weird.
exactly.
Like
It's weird. But
even
like I said, the end to end it, I just feel like nah, it's
would
not
it
gonna
take them
make a
over the top?
difference.
It can
Nah,
though. It
I don't. They're
can
not
if
beat.
they're healthy.
They're not beating Boston.
Okay.
They're not beating Boston. They're not beating Boston. I mean, because you got to think about it. Even if you match it up, Porzingis with Derek White and Drew
Mhm.
Holiday and Jalen and Tatum.
Mhm.
I mean, for as much as I was probably hating on, sound like I was hating on Boston. I ain't gonna lie, they have a legit starting five. Like that's a
No, and their bench
legit
is
starting
really
five.
good.
In
Pritchard
fact,
coming off the bench. Uh,
these are one of this one. That's one of them starting fives where later on people are gonna probably overhype Tatum and say he won this championship by himself. Maybe it is like it's
no
like when
one
people
thinks that.
it's like when
Don't
people
start
say
doing
about
that.
it's like when people say when the Lakers won the championship that was like Kobe, like that wasn't a very good Lakers team at the time.
It was
That was
alright. They were
that was
alright.
a they
They
was
weren't
a
that.
you know what? We're not gonna go on the
We're
tangent.
not gonna
We're
start with
not
no
gonna start with
Kobe
that.
hate
We're not gonna
today.
start
We're
it.
not.
We're not.
We're
We're just
not.
gonna move on.
I don't got
Go
time
on,
for
Trey.
it today.
Go on, Trey. Go ahead. Go ahead. Don't
Okay,
get me
so
started.
now going up to our next wonderful topic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's we're gonna step it up to some track. I love track. My husband is a track coach. And he teaches me all this great stuff about track. watched it growing up and loved it, but I never, my husband's a coach, so he tells me all the 9 lane is the hardest lane, and he goes into all this stuff, big ups to him. And I don't be, and he teaches me all the times. That's a great time. That's a okay. But who do you think is the face of track right now? Noah, Sha'Carri Richardson. My personal favorite, I think, is Sydney McLaughlin. Sydney McLaughlin, because I think she's a freaking nature, and I've never seen her lose a match, and that's just a fact. I've never seen her lose in her whole entire running existence. But who do you think is the face of track right now? Who you think, who's to look out for at the Olympics?
I think it's Noah Lyles. I know he's going for the 100, 200, I believe.
Yeah,
I believe
both.
he's going
He's doing both.
for the double gold, which is a rarity. I watched the show Sprint. I watched the entire documentary.
It was really good.
It was really good. It was really good. But I think Shakira will be Shakar. I might be saying it wrong.
Sha'Carri.
It's probably going to be the more of the face.
She's in all the commercials. She's in all the
commercials, and also because of the rivalry between her and Jamaica, with the Jamaican
mainly Sharika, because her and Sharika has been going back and forth more. And this is Shelly Ann Price last year. Shout out to Mommy Rocket. My husband says she's the GOAT. And she's won a lot, and so she has every right. She's look up her stuff. I made that face. Listen, I made that face too. She has won a lot. Now, my personal favorite is Allison Felix. Allison Felix don't get a lot of credit. She's beaten Jamaica. She's beaten a whole lot of people for them gold medals that she's won, and she even beat Shelly Ann Price in the 100 at the Olympics. I think she won gold, and that was like a shock. So she has so many. Look up her stats. She has a lot of medals. Her 200 is her best, and she's top tier. But yeah, I say Sydney. Gabby Thomas wants to be. I could tell people want Gabby Thomas to be it real bad for the U.S. And that's cause of, I think it's the way she talks and how.
That's the girl for the 200, right?
Yeah, I think it's I think it's the way she talk. I think it's people like the way she like her aura. People like that about her. Whereas Shakira, she's not everyone's flavor. She's my flavor.
It's definitely two different Americas with two different Black Americas with that. It's definitely
yes, that's what I mean. And even Allison
went to LSU. And I think Gabby went to Harvard, right?
Yeah, she went to Harvard. She's a smarty pants. So that's another thing. And then, even Allison Felix, back when she wasn't that long ago, when she was basically the face of USA track, because she had what people like to, the way she looked, the way she talked, she was cool. Sha'Carri is not every, the nails and all that good stuff. But I say the face, honestly, is Sha'Carri. But my favorite is Sydney McLaughlin. I think she's like off the hook. Like, she is top tier stuff. But she's kind of boring to people. She's married. She don't be in the spotlight and everything. And she says all the right things. Sha'Carri's funny. She's cool. She's fun. And now Noah has the personality that is
but that was more because of the whole bashing of the NBA World Champion.
No, not before that, because he talks a lot of stuff. He talks a lot.
I'll say before that, but I think it got more bigger because that trended so much when that happened. Because of course the NBA players got upset and started saying back and
let's be real. He has a point. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. He has a point. Let's be for real. I know.
I disagree.
I disagree too. I disagree for the most part. However, he has a point. They don't go against, like, see how they go against Jamaica, Italy, like all year. Basketball, yes, they going against Joker and people like that, but they're not going against a whole entire team until the Olympics. That's when they are facing them. So that's when you could call yourself the world champs, because it's in the world. That's why I say he has a point. Did I like what he said? No. And it's how he said it and his voice.
Well, we all know the NBA is the premier world professional basketball league. That's why it's called the World Champ. Everybody knows the NBA is that's the cream of the creep, the cream of the crop, all that. Like, there's it's the NBA. International players want to come to the NBA. Now some do stay home. Some stay home. Like side story, Fran Vasquez was the Orlando Magic's first round pick in 1996, I believe. 96 and 97. And reason why he never played for Orlando was he was scared to come to the NBA. Because everybody knows the best of the best come to the NBA.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's true.
So that's to me as well. But yes, in a technicality, yes, they're not playing Puerto Rico champion and Croatia's champion and Germany's champion because we know the best NBA team will whoop any professional team in the world.
I agree. I agree.
In the world.
I'm just
And
saying he had a point.
we might can even go as far as the worst NBA team can probably run in any professional league overseas.
No, that's legit. That's a legit argument. So now I want to say like the seed level players in the NBA that play for their countries usually go off. They be averaging 40. Patty Mills, and the last one was averaging 35.
Jimmer
Carlos,
Fredette,
Jimmer
Stephon Marbury.
They were, yeah, they go crazy over there. So, but yeah, face of track, it's up for grabs. Especially whoever I say whoever wins. I say whoever wins gold should be the face of track, in my opinion. So,
and I mean honestly, the problem with track, especially in male track, is Usain Bolt dominated so much during his prime that the times that these guys are running are still not nowhere near Usain Bolt. So, like we're not following them as much. Noah Lyles is getting there where we're kind of following him. But even when I watched Grant, I was like, who's this dude? I think the American that won the 100. I was like, who's this guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know who this guy was. I think what was his name? Freddie. I think wasn't it Freddie?
Curly. Curly.
Yeah. Yes. Like, I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who he was.
He's really good, but I think he missed the Olympics. No, he made it.
Yeah,
he made it fine. He made it. Yeah. He got third.
But that's what I'm saying. These guys are not doing Usain Bolt or Michael Johnson. Now Noah Lyles, if he probably sweeps the 100 and 200, I think that's when he's gonna have to get that respect because it's still rare to sweep the 100 and the 200.
Very rare. Yeah.
That's why I say in the Olympics, that's when we're gonna know who's the face of track is who's gonna win. It's time now. This is the time for us to see who's the face. Because then in 2028, I believe it's in LA. That's when we're gonna be really looking for our American stars. Then, so
very factual. So, but we will see. It's very entertaining, and everyone go watch Sprint on Netflix because it is really, really good. Now, staying in the Olympics. We got to talk about our basketball players, right, y'all? We got to talk about them. So, which team will give Team USA basketball the most trouble, you think? Because I've seen Canada. They look good. A lot of people think of Spain. You making a face like there's like no one. So, but
no, I won't say that. I won't say that.
Do you think Giannis, Greece?
So I was pulling up the groups. I was actually pulling up the groups, and I was looking at one group, and I was like, wow, because Group A is Australia, Greece, Canada, Spain. That is a ugly group. That's all four of them. Because Australia's gonna be pretty decent. I think they're gonna have Patty Mills. I think Giddey is gonna be on there. Greece got Giannis. Canada with Dort and Shea and Dylan Brooks and all them. And then Spain, I got to see who all playing for Spain. They used to have the Gasol brothers, but I'm pretty sure they're not playing. And I don't think Ibaka still plays for Spain either, but that's just a tough group. You go to Group B, that's France, Germany, Japan, Brazil. France and Germany. Hey, y'all, listen to me now. France about to be scary in these Olympics. If it ain't now, in the next 4 years, France is going to be in force.
Rudy Gobert, who doesn't scare no one, but him with Wemby, this year is something to follow. Luck says Puerto Rico. He has a point. They are.
Hold on. Did you see the picture of Wembyana standing next to Gobert? And either Gobert is 6'11" or Wembyana is
7'5". No, he's 7'2", right? Rudy Gobert and Wemby is 7'5", right? So or 7'4".
I thought Wemby was 7'2" 7-3.
Wait, what?
I
My
thought
bad.
Wimbiana was 7-2,
I thought he was
7-3.
7'4".
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, his height fluctuated because I've heard 7'2", and then I've heard as tall as 7'5". But I thought he was like 7'2", 7'3". Because Rudy Gobert is 7. So let's, you know what? Rudy Gobert, because Rudy Gobert is like 6'2". I mean, not 6'2", 7. So they got Rudy Gobert down to 7'1".
See, he's 7'4". I knew it.
So they got him at 7'4". That's just ridiculous. So you got them two. You got the future. The Atlanta Hawks #1 pick came from France. I think they got a lot. France is coming. And from my understanding from a lot of international sites I'm reading about, there's a lot more other France kids coming up. Was the star kid from France?
Yes,
The
he's
number
from
2 pick?
France. Yes, he's from France.
They creating
They
giants out there.
looking good.
France about to be a force. And Wembanyama, look here. He's gonna be the best player, I think. This might be a hot take. If Wembanyama stays healthy, we will probably just say he's the best player in the league after the end of next season.
That wouldn't be shocking. He has all the tools. I still think he's a little. He still looks a little raw, but yes, in a couple of years, I want to say in 2 to 3 years for me.
I don't think it's a couple.
I don't think it's gonna happen next year. But his numbers will be out of this world. Yes, and I saw that Craig, there's a 7'5" girl in China. I saw her.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. So yes, they coming. So it's gonna be nice to see as far as like the competition is concerned. I really do. But yes, I mean,
I'm gonna say like, hold on. I'm gonna say like about Wembanyama. He definitely done gained some more muscle. He done got bigger.
Ooh, I hope so.
He looks like, to me, he may have gained maybe an extra 10 pounds, maybe a muscle. He definitely looks bigger. His shot, if he gets that KD type fadeaway pull away, it's gonna be darn near unblockable and it's gonna be unstoppable.
Of course.
I was seeing him hit shots, and I really do think, look here, he's gonna be the best player out the next season. I'm not saying he's gonna win a championship, but I think if they build that team a little right now, and with Chris Paul, look.
See, now you've been talking about how he's washed. I don't want to hear it from you.
He is good, but he can throw lobbies. He can throw lobs.
All right.
He can throw lobs. He can throw lobs. Look, man, just throw lobs. We don't need you to score 20 points. We don't need you to shut down the best defender. Just throw the ball.
And shout out to Stephen Castle. Stephen Castle he went to Newton High School, not too far from where I live. And he went to UConn last year, won a championship. And I think he might be the best player out of this draft. That's my opinion. I think he will be the best player out of this draft. But that's yet to be seen. But he has the tools to become really good. He's like a 6'5" point guard.
I like the pick.
Yeah, he's a combo type guard. He could play point guard and shooting guard. I like him. But yes, Craig and Luck, just to I just want to refresh what we was talking about. We wanted to know, y'all could answer. We may not go back to it. I just want y'all to answer. Do you think Paul George will get the 76ers over the top? That's what we discussed first. And then also, who is the face of track right now at this time? Do you think it's Noah Lyles, Sha'Carri Richardson, Sydney McLaughlin? Who do you think? Let us know in the comments. But yes, the team that will give USA the most trouble, in my personal opinion, I think will be France. So as of right, just because of their height, just because of their height and everything, and they're bigger than Bam. Anthony Davis is a great defender, and I know in this league, the way they had to play there, he will be dominant in my opinion. So, but I would say it's France. And yes, Craig, I agree. No PG would just be in the playoffs. So yeah.
Well, I'll say it like this. To me, these are the teams they're going to worry about. Canada. So Group A, I'll say it's Canada.
Dylan Brooks already talking trash, child. He's already.
I ain't worried about Australia. I'm not worried about Greece, and I'm not worried about Spain. Group B, France and Germany. Germany's gonna have Schroeder, and they're gonna have the Wagner brothers.
Yeah.
On the Germany squad, and I think Germany won They won something, or they can't. They got a silver, I believe, in World Championship. I have to look that up. But Germany's gonna have a good team, and then you got France, and then Group C, USA is with Puerto Rico, South Sudan, and Serbia. I don't really see any of them giving them problems. Yes, Serbia has Joker, but really to me, it's France, Canada, and Germany. That's the three teams they're gonna have to worry about.
I can agree for sure. And do you agree? Um, so I might as well just say this now. Is Ant, see the number? Is the team built
Hey,
around Ant? Is the
I
team
love
built
the
around
young, I love the young Bulls' confidence. But let's keep it real. This is LeBron James' team, and this is someone that
till
don't
the
need to
day he
chip.
leaves, child? But this
Yeah,
the day he
This
leave
is
the
LeBron
league.
James' team, and then it's KD, Steph, Kawhi. Like, no, I love. And you the man. You the man on the second squad. On the second squad,
For
when the number
sure.
two
And
squad
then
come
he
out there.
said they got a war. But let me just say this, Anthony, Ant. Weren't you the number one option last year in the FIBA championships when they
And
lost?
he did decent though. He led. I mean, the team wasn't that good, and that was what
No,
Germany.
I don't
That's
want to
what
hear
Germany
it
won.
though. he
Yeah,
got
he
it. I
ain't
just
just
don't.
this
He
young boy
will
got to
be.
just relax. But I love the confidence. I love it, and you need that. And he might be. You never know if he gonna go out there. He's gonna gun for his shot. So we're gonna see. I think it's gonna be an exciting Olympics. Too bad it's gonna be like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning with the games
Lucky.
going on.
Chill out. I'm just playing. But no, he will be. He will. I mean, he's up there with being the face of the league and everything. He got that for him, and he get to play behind his boy. Because he loved KD, and and then also who else is there? Tyrese. I'm sorry, I would have chose Brunson over him, but that's just my opinion. I think they just show him because he big, and he could shoot, and everything. But
Hold on.
I'm just hating. I'm just hating on him because he corny. He get on my nerves.
Side note about the U.S. basketball team. Did you see the select team? Did you see Cooper Flag?
Well, Duke Nation stand all the way up. I mean, national championship, here we come. So I'm all
Duke,
for it.
him being the Dukier side. Let me say this. Let me say, y'all. I'm telling y'all, Cooper Flag coming. And it's so funny. I said this in the comment, and I think someone that comment back, and I think they misunderstood what I said when I said if y'all think Caitlin Clark height is big, Cooper Flag's
Lord.
height
Don't
is going
mention
to be
her.
insane.
You got to be in
It's going to be insane.
trouble.
But what I'm saying is, what I was explaining is, this is just my opinion. Basketball, like you have like once of a generation type players, and I do think Cooper Flag is in that status, and that's what I mean. It's going to be insane because we have to be real with you, y'all. We have to be real about basketball. There are racial dynamics in basketball. So
leave that. She the GOAT.
Yeah.
Stop playing with her.
But
That's
for
what they
real,
tell
what
me.
I'm saying
That's
is,
what they tell me.
if Cooper Flag turns to be what he turns to be, and this will be when I asked this sports guy a question I had to really think about. When was the last white American born basketball superstar? And I was like, I had to go back to still.
Wait, you mean going in the NBA or just in the
I
college
mean, just
basketball
in
world?
general. No, in the NBA. And
In
I
the
mean
NBA. Okay,
American
Larry
born.
Bird,
And Kevin McHale.
Kevin McHale. You
Steve,
talking about super?
Steve Nash was
You
killing
saying
it.
superstar, right?
Superstar. I'm saying superstar. Superstar. What was the last white American one? Honestly, I'm going back to Bird.
That's the last superstar, I will admit.
Superstar.
I'm
Now,
trying to think of superstar.
Well, do we count John Stockton as a superstar? Because John Stockton retired after.
He was. Let's be for real. I was a little young,
yeah.
but I know he was very popular and he was on every all-star team. I think he's like a 15-time all-star and being in the league 18, 20 years or something. So yeah, and then he made a lot of defensive John Stockton was a superstar.
So, but even John
don't
Stockton
start, friend. Look, don't start. The people gonna be mad at
you. Yeah, we gonna get on that. But I mean, that's why I say I think he's gonna be huge because there hasn't been a very good. They thought it was gonna be Jimmy Fredette. It didn't work out. They thought it was gonna be Adam Morrison. It didn't work out.
That was a good question, William, because I really don't know who
I mean, think about it. Christian Laettner didn't work out. Laettner, Bobby Hurley got hurt before we ever figured out if he was going to do it. I was going
Yeah,
through
Craig
my
said
head.
Stockton. We said Stockton. That might have been the last because he just wasn't flashy and he didn't win MVPs like Larry Bird, but he was considered a superstar in the 90s for sure.
So
So
we're talking
we'll
about
give that
almost
to him.
well over 20 years the last time we seen a white American
We'll
bred
see about Cooper though.
white
We don't know
player.
what's going to happen with him, but
We
I
don't
know
know, but
in college he had to.
I saw that get. I saw them clips of when he was playing against, and maybe they weren't playing as hard.
They probably
He was
wasn't playing
holding,
that hard though.
but he was holding his own. He was holding his own in there. I was impressed. I was impressed, and I'm curious how he's going to turn out. Lux Stockton, I said Nash too, but unfortunately, Nash is from Canada.
Oh, sorry. Nash was a superstar.
But Nash is from Canada. I said
Oh, my
American
fault.
bread.
My fault.
Yeah.
You are absolutely correct.
See, because you got to think about it like this. Because I'm not okay.
Kevin Love, baby.
Kevin Love was a superstar.
He got All Stars.
Oh, I forgot. You said
got...
Kevin Love don't make the Hall of Fame, and I disagree with that. You had Kevin Love in the Hall of Fame. So there you go, Kevin Love.
I think Kevin Love might make the Hall of Fame.
We might go ahead and throw Kyle Korver in there too, I guess. Throw Kyle Korver in the Hall of Fame.
Whoa. I really think you are hating hard on that man, Kevin Love. Don't compare him to Kyle Korver.
Let's go ahead and throw JJ Redick in there too then.
I mean, he did a lot. Well, he definitely in the Hall of Fame for college basketball, so that's for sure.
I mean, no, don't get it twisted. I remember the JJ Redick. Yeah, he was cold in college. He was cold. But that's what I said. That's why I said Cooper Flag. Caitlin Clark was huge because that was okay. I'm gonna leave that alone. So Cooper Flag is going to be huge because there hasn't been an American like even with Kevin Love, we never gave him that once in a generation superstar status. That's what we're giving on the Cooper Flag kid, and if he hits his potential, yeah, this is going to be the first one we've seen since honestly Bird. I mean, yeah, Kevin Love. You know what? I'll give Kevin Love this. Kevin Love is like Mark Price. Mark Price was a very good white American bred, but he wasn't a superstar.
Yeah,
but Mark Price had
he was respected by his people.
He was really good.
When I say his people, I mean the NBA league. Sorry.
Yeah.
NBA.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. But yeah, who you got taking the last shot on this Team USA team though? If you had to give it to
you know what it is. It's LeBron. You know.
I don't know. I think he's gonna pass to Steph. That's just my opinion. I think he's gonna pass it to Steph.
Hey, you can either pass it to Steph or pass it to KD. You got two gunners right there.
No, you can pass it to Ant too, because apparently Ant want the ball, so you can pass it to Ant. You can pass it to what's the
honestly.
It's someone else.
You got Booker, you got Tatum.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you got a lot of people. Now, see what I will say is this, and I'm gonna give Jaylen Brown some love. I would have chose him over Tyrese.
I think Tyrese got in off the muscle of his first half of that NBA season.
No, he got in because they needed another point guard.
That's what he really showed himself because before the hamstring injury, Halliburton was in MVP conversation, and then the hamstring injury came, and then he kind of like tailed off. But now I agree. I think Jalen should have got him, but they didn't need another point guard. I would have put Kyrie in there too, but you know.
Facts. Y'all so funny. I can't. But anywho, those are the teams we think. France, Germany, Lux said Puerto Rico. So yeah, there are a lot of good teams. I think USA will come out on top. We'll talk more as the Olympics start to come on. So everything's looking good though. Looks like it's gonna be a fun Olympics. So now we're gonna talk about our women. We have the great Caitlin Clark, Rookie of the Year leader, who's still leading. I think it's like a negative 600 to Angel Reese plus 350 right now. Now this isn't who's actually. We don't know who the voters are going to pick, but this is who ESPN and just saying the Vegas odds, excuse me, and ESPN odds as well. There's different types of odds. I see odds where Reese is up, and then I see odds where Caitlin is up. So we're not. What was more impressive to y'all? Okay, was it the Clark first ever triple double by a rookie, or Angel Reese's double double streak, which she passed the great who's my GOAT, Candace Parker. She passed her. Candace Parker did it within 2 seasons. Angel Reese did it in 1. And there was a lot of impressive double ones as well. There was like a 18 and 12, 25 and 12, 26
Yeah.
and 10. She got is not no 10-10s. A lot of them aren't like that. So, um, which one you think is more impressive as of right now, y'all? This as far as the first ever. Sorry, the Clark triple
They're they're
double.
they're, they're both equally impressive.
I
For
will.
me.
That's what I was going to
They're
say.
both
I think they're
equally
both equally
impressive.
impressive because it's the first time.
I will give Reese the slight edge only because I mean Caitlin Clark had to do hers in one game. Reese had to keep this going over
Ooh,
multitude of games,
that was
which
good.
takes a lot more effort into it. Because yeah,
And she's
and
a post
rebounding is
player.
tough. And she's supposed to. And rebounding, like everybody said, to be a good rebounder is want to. It's just straight out want to. You have to want to be a good rebounder. It's one of the most negative things about Shaq is people say Shaq was too lazy. He could have been a 20 rebounder a game, but he was too lazy to go be a rebounder. But Reese Street to me is more just slightly impressive because she had to keep doing that over more games. Where Caitlin Clark, I mean, Caitlin Clark was already teetering on a triple double. She was always doing like you would see it 18 and 9 and 7 or 20. So
Look,
she was
stop. You're gonna
teetering.
get beat up. These people don't play about Caitlyn, honey. They will come at you. they,
I will say that now in the rookie of the year odds, I'm gonna say this: if they
I'm gonna say
don't
this. I
do
think it's gonna be Cole. That's just
But
what
I'm
I
saying that if they don't do Cole, this is the reason why I think Clark will win. Is
because they
because
have to.
she she will get them if they get in the playoffs. They're gonna give her the slight edge. I don't think Chicago's gonna make the playoffs. Indiana has a
Well,
pretty good chance.
Indiana got a better team.
Better
And I'm
team.
gonna be honest. Caitlin Clark should have had a triple. That's just my opinion. I know they're on her. She got to get used to the physicality. But I'm just saying, her team is good. It's not shocking that she has a triple double. It just took them a moment for them to get used to her passes and all the other stuff. But she was going to eventually get it. She's really that darn good of a
Yeah,
basketball
yeah.
player. So that's not a shock. I would give it to Angel Reese only just because, not just because, but the main reason is because no one thought she was going to be this good immediately. They thought it was going to take a year or two. Whereas
Yeah,
Caitlin
yeah.
Clark, people thought that, and that with us too, people thought Caitlin Clark was going to average 30 and 12. That's what a lot of people thought. If you really look at it, it's gone below what people thought. However, Angel, they thought she was going to be doo-doo, and she's exceeded expectations. If I'm going
Definitely
by
did.
that, I'm giving it to Angel because no one thought that was going to happen. And honestly, them 7 turnovers a game, yes, some of them are her teammates, but if you really watch it, if you truly watch it, it's her too. It's half and half. Sometimes she puts it in a bad place. I've seen her throw over someone's head into the stands. It happens. And then also her teammates are dropping passes. So it's both. And it's going to come with time. We're learning the WNBA, as we both know. It's a very tough league. So I I'm just saying they should look at that. And if I go deeper, if you look at the plus and minus in defense and all offense and all that, Reese is better. She's like Caitlin Clark is in the negative. I didn't know that until I really went
Yeah.
deep into it.
Well,
Caitlin Clark is in the negatives and Angel Reese is even in offense. Her plus minus is better on
it's better.
offense
Yep.
and defense. If I'm looking at that, I'm definitely giving it to Angel because that should matter. Now, I do think right now they're both mid teams, as me and you both know. If they get, this is the part that I want to know. When did we ever judge Rookie of the Year by standings? We have never done that in life. It's not a standings award. It's literally what the rookie individually has done.
Well, hold up. Well, let me say this. I won't say we're going with standings, but if your presence calls for more winning, you have to put some type of respect.
But she should win. She got a better team. And honestly, people
I'm,
thought her team was going to be top 4. You remember those championship winning
no.
odds?
Remember, I said Clark was going to be Indiana and Clark was start going to be successful once they started flowing that offense through Boston. And from what I'm watching, they're starting to flow that offense through Boston,
I
which
said
is
that with you.
now
I
letting
agree.
Indiana has now been starting to play better, getting Kelsey Mitchell open, but they are flowing that offense. I hate
And
I'm glad
Cece's
Caitlin Clark.
passing is beautiful. She has beautiful passing
It is.
ability. That's her
Yes, yes.
best part of her
And what?
game right now.
And you remember I said that? I said if she probably leans more on the playmaking game. If she tries to remember, I said if she tries to be more Steve Nash instead of Steph Curry.
And
So
that's when they started winning.
Steve Nash was a good shooter, but Steve Nash was a very great playmaker. Caitlin Clark is a great playmaker. Give the game to play the ball through Boston. You eat in the inside, leaves the outside open. Once they have, because they're gonna have to respect the inside. They're gonna have to start respecting the inside
Facts.
if you give that ball to Aaliyah Boston. And I hate it because Aaliyah Boston is playing great, y'all. She is playing
No,
really
she's
great.
if no one wants to hear it, that's their best player. I'm sorry. I just want to let
That's
you
their
know.
best player.
Aaliyah Boston is Indiana Fever's best player as of right now. Now, will it change? Probably. But at the end of the day, Aaliyah Boston, if you play through
She's
her,
their best player.
she's their best player. Nalissa Smith is really, I know Angel was giving her buckitos, but she is a good player. And she's a good little like number 4 to Angel's 5. You know, I'm talking about, power forward to center. She's good with her. Kelsey Mitchell is a freaking bucket. People forget that. If you really know the college game, she was top 4 in the whole like scoring. So she's legit. And then you have Caitlin, and then what's the other girl that I forgot her name? She's from a different country, but she's a shooter. She's good too. And then I want to shout out Kennedy Carter. That is she's a beast. She's nice. She just got to get her.
A beast. She got.
I know she cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs at times.
She got.
But she's nice. Her first step is by far the best first step in the league. I haven't seen a woman's first step that quick, probably since Ivory Ladder, and that was a long time ago. So I'm just saying, like, her first step is legit, like one of the best first steps ever. No one can stay in front of her if you watch the games. They be out there like, help. I'm just saying, you know, Green?
I'm thinking.
You trying to think of someone's first step? Another girl first step. And yes, Craig Angel is a dog. Well, she gonna get hers no matter what. So, or at least try to.
I have to check on that. I'm gonna research that.
Oh yeah, look it up. Her first step is Kennedy Carter. First step is really off the.
Now I feel like there was somebody in between her and Lotta.
Probably for sure. Ivory Lotta would go crazy in this league if she was in her prime. By the way, I think she would go crazy right now.
I love Ivory Lotta. I love her. She's one of my favorite players.
For sure. So, but if I want to say, I'll give it to. Yes, Carter is ridiculous off the court and on the court. She's hilarious. Yeah. But also, let me just shout out also Teresa Weatherspoon, who's one of my all-time favorite players, just because of her. She was a dog. I knew Angel would be great with her, by the way. And also think she got Kennedy Carter playing to her best of her ability, got her head on straight as well. She seems like she's a legit personal coach, and also knows how to, she knows how to coach, it seems like. So, because usually players that were good in the league aren't that great of, as a coach, but she seems to be doing really well. Also, I think they might need to start getting Camilla a little bit more touches. I know it's hard right now because Angel is doing her thing, but she don't have to get the ball. She just get a rebound and put it back up for someone.
They need to get some better guard. Like they need to get
Mabry. I'm a fan of Mabry. Mabry's legit, and Kennedy Carter's legit. That's a good 1-2 punch. If they could get another, and Diamond DeShields, Georgia born Diamond DeShields, who's really good. She's getting herself together. She got back. She almost couldn't walk. So she's getting herself. Oh, Cappy Pond. Okay, that's a good one. Cappy Pondexter was off the hook. I still don't know if it's faster than Kennedy's though. I just don't know. I would have to look it up one more time to remember how it looked. But but yeah, Diamond DeShields just came back from injury. She couldn't walk for a while, so I think that's why she's picking herself back up. But we know what she could do if she really goes. She's like that. But yeah, if they could get another, I was hoping Skylar Diggins went there. They need someone like that of that caliber to really get them off the hook.
Get the offense flowing, to get the offense kind of flowing, like you said, get the ball to Cardoso and make sure Reese get her touches. Someone that can try to make sure they get their touches.
So let me ask y'all this: if they both make the playoffs, right now they're both in the playoffs. They're both 7-8, and if Atlanta keeps losing, LA Sparks keep losing, and if you did have the vote, And if they keep on playing the way they're playing, let's just say say if Clark gets close to a triple double again, or even gets one more, and Reese keep on getting goes up the 20 double streak. I don't know, or if she passes the 24 in a year. I think Alyssa Thomas has that. Who
Yeah.
would y'all give it to? And they both make the playoffs.
Me. So let me say it like this. My personal, it would be Reese. Only because I agree. I feel like Indiana has a better team.
Mm-hmm.
What I think would happen, I think they'll go Cole rookie of the year.
I just don't see them giving it to Reese by herself. I don't think they want to.
No, I
They
don't. I don't. Yeah, unless Caitlyn really kind of like
goes
falls
deep.
off.
Yeah, falls off. Yeah.
Yeah, falls off. Yeah, as
Or if
long
an
as
injury
yeah,
happens and she can't play in
you
10
can't,
games or 5 games.
because it's hard to really say. Cause I mean, Clark. I mean, she's averaging like what 26 and like 7, something like that. So
Wait,
yes, the
what?
turnover.
She's not averaging 26.
I mean, I was saying like I was trying to say the
If she's averaging 26, and I mean, you have no choice. But their points, Angel's averaging 14. Reese, what's her name? Caitlin's averaging 16. I think she's averaging 16, 5, and 6, something like that. It's something really good for it's something pretty good. And then
yeah.
Reese is averaging 14, close to 12 rebounds and 2 assists, and
Yeah,
a block
16,
a game.
16, 6, and 7. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, my
16.
fault. My bad,
Yeah,
Caitlin.
16, 6, and 7.
You
Yeah.
so let's just say she keeps on doing that. And yeah, unless Caitlin falls off, I don't see them not giving it to her, whether it's Cole or just her. I just don't see it. If Reese fall off, they're gonna be happy. They're gonna be like, "Yay, let me give it to Caitlin." I just don't see them just giving it to her by herself. I don't think they want to. Like it's and the internet, the internet is gonna be pissed off if Angel just gets it. I don't think they want that, and they want people to continue to watch. Unfortunately, so because you know how these new fans are, we're gonna keep on watching because we love the game of basketball. But the Caitlin Clark fans, not the basketball fans, but the Caitlin Clark fans are not going to. They're going to be mad. So, and they're going to call Reese every single name in the book, and I'm going to have to defend her. It's just not a good look. So, but I agree. I would give it to Angel. But we'll see, y'all. We'll see.
Yep.
Their break is coming up. They're about to have a full month off break because the Olympics. So, they got like 4 more games left, and then it's a whole month, and they're gonna have their All-Star game, and then they're gonna be off for a little bit for the Olympics. Probably gonna go to Paris or something, and then they come back in like August 15th or something, or 16th. So we'll see. We'll talk about it more, as we all know. So, our next topic, I have a game. I love my games. Y'all love my games. Don't act like y'all don't like them. And it's called True or False. Okay, today is True or False. Okay, so today I'm gonna give y'all a couple of people, and y'all gonna tell me true or false. I'm gonna say such and such is better than such and such. You're gonna say true or false. Heck no, or yeah, duh, girl. So we'll see. So and it's all sports. So who you think is better right now? Bruce, excuse me. Sorry, your name's not Bruce. Bryce Harper or Atani?
Atani.
It says okay, because right now they have Bryce Harper better than Atani.
I mean, no, because Harper's having a better season. But
see, that's why I'm saying. That's why that's why they have it more. It says Bryce Harper right now is better than Atani.
Harper's having a better season, but nah, if I'm starting a team, give me Atani. All day. Can't beat pitching and hitting.
That's true. Okay. Roger Clemens better than Pedro Martinez? True or false?
No, that would be Pedro. And let me say like this: not to disrespect Roger, because Roger Clemens was a very good pitcher for Boston and Toronto,
and New York
Toronto,
too.
And New York, but the New York and Toronto years are questionable with the steroid use. But Pedro in his prime.
Yes, everyone go get that. Everyone go get that. I'm not getting it, but William got it, and he said he's not going to talk to me when it comes on. So, and his wife, I feel bad for him. I feel bad for her.
Might not be.
So.
It might not be no show. Like I might not be available for the show. Just to be honest. But Pedro in his prime was damn near unhittable. Like it wasn't even fair.
I hated him. I wish he could have kicked rocks. I was hoping he burned his arm off. I was very I was
yeah.
I didn't like it. He was too good.
He was good. He had that fastball. He had a power curve. He had a nasty change up. Like, yeah,
I
Pedro.
agree. Bryce is having a better
Pedro's
season.
one of my favorites.
He said false. Yeah, Pedro's that guy.
Yeah, Pedro's
I
that
couldn't
guy.
stand him. I hope he. One time, I and Lord forgive me, I was young. I was hoping he got injured one time. So, because I was tired of him throwing.
You fans, I swear. So that's why y'all can't win no more championships. Y'all keep putting
First off,
bad vibes.
listen, shush. Okay.
What? When the last time New York don't won a championship? When the last time have y'all
I'm
celebrated
not even.
championship?
First off, calm down. Okay, because first off, you just mad because in that Derek Jeter documentary they played Outkast song when they were beating them in 1999.
All I know is you running from the question.
I'm not running for a question. The fact of the matter is, it's still the mecca of every sport. It don't matter.
So
It don't matter.
the last time
it was a long time ago. You just trying to throw it off because you mad. It's not my fault.
Been a while. We know the Knicks ain't
Let me
won
tell you
that.
something. But
Was it
still,
the New
we're still
York
making
Rangers?
money. We're still making
Is
money,
the New
though.
York? Is the New York Islanders still there?
Yeah, actually they are. But it's Rangers all day. It's Rangers all day. But at the end of the day, don't play with us. At the end of the day, sports can't survive without New York, and that's just a fact. So next up,
I think we're surviving pretty well.
No, because without the New York name, no one is
without
coming.
the media. I give you that, but anyway. Too bad y'all got them trash teams. But go ahead. Next.
The trash teams is still more fun to talk about than every team that's here. And I rock with the Braves. The Braves are cool, but not the Falcons. That's up to you.
I ain't a Falcons fan.
I know you go to every other. You go to every other state. You're not loyal. At least New York is a loyal. At least New York is a loyal.
I have rights to be a Pittsburgh.
Besides Luck, I know Luck like San Diego Chargers. Luck like San Diego.
Now that's questionable. He never been to San Diego. I don't think. At least I've been to Pittsburgh.
All right,
my family lives in Pittsburgh.
They're good though. They good. First off, calm down. You don't need to call us no stankies.
Side note though. Even though they're kind of struggling right now, Aaron Judge is having
he's a freak of nature, and it's kind of he's a freak of nature. I'm sorry, look, I didn't mean to. It was.
But I will say this, y'all all y'all talking about Aaron Judge is doing Barry Bonds number.
I mean, he not juiced up like Barry. But look, let me go up to the next. Let me go to the next.
No, go to the next one.
No. First off, stop saying Bonds. Only I can say that. Okay, next up, Marvin Harrison Sr. is better than Calvin Johnson. True or false? Resume wise is factual.
Oh yeah, resume. I mean, what numbers Calvin Johnson would have if he had Peyton Manning? So, and I ain't trying to disrespect Marvin Harrison like that. Let me say it like that. I'm not trying to disrespect him. Oh no, because Marvin Harrison out here, Marvin Harrison out here shoot you. Marvin Harrison in the street. Why you laughing? That's unreal. But if I was making a team, creating a team, and I was looking for a number one wide receiver, it would be Calvin Johnson because he had everything, the speed, and then at 6'5", 237 pounds, leaping ability like Calvin Johnson. But Marvin was tough. Very good route runner. Very good.
Yeah, his route running was legit.
Was like legit. Very great hands. Very fast, but nah, give me Calvin.
If you're going by route running, Marvin Harrison is better as far as route.
But, I mean, I got Calvin higher than Marvin as far as GOAT receivers. So
you're one of the Calvin Johnson people that like you're legit Calvin Johnson support. Like you be out here like
again. You lucky I can't pull the picture, but until you being guarded with 3 DBs,
I know the picture.
Holla at me. Calvin Johnson was and then he played on Detroit, and yeah, I mean, yeah.
Now you want to bring up Detroit.
I mean,
you only bring up Detroit when it comes to
He's gonna be the reason. Stafford need to go kiss him and go kiss the darn Rams coach. That's the only reason why he's gonna make it to the Hall of Fame. You know how I feel about Stafford. He should make it to the Hall of Fame. He's probably gonna make it.
You know why his numbers say it? His numbers are good.
Because we're in a quarterback happy, friendly. It's not going to tell you. We're in a quarterback friendly like error. So, but we don't punish. We punishing the wide receivers, but you're not punishing the quarterback. You see what I'm saying? So like the Steve Smiths and the
I
Chad
don't know. He took
Johnsons
a lot
and
of
the
heat.
Reggie Waynes and the Reggie Waynes and all that are taking years to get in, but Stafford, because he threw for a
That's
lot of
true.
yards, is going to get
That's
in.
true.
Like I just don't agree with that because there's a lot of wide receivers I feel like are getting gypped in the Hall of Fame. Like I really do think that.
No,
I
you
do
made a
think
good point with that. You made a
like
good
I do
point.
think Chad Johnson should make the Hall of Fame. Terrell Owens, it shouldn't have took him 3-4 years for him to make the Hall of Fame. That's ridiculous. I mean, I'm not the.
It's just because they
I
don't like
had
him. That's just different. That was personal. That's because they don't like him.
exactly,
That
but
was
it's
just.
like
It wasn't
they
because
you
of
late
his numbers.
you're not gonna punish these QBs, but you're gonna punish these wide receivers and not let them in because it's a pass happy era. But I just don't understand it. But Stafford's gonna get in. I know he's gonna get in. I disagree. Matt Ryan's probably gonna get in, and don't even get me started on that. So next topic.
I don't know if he. I don't know if he will.
Ryan's
If he
probably
do it,
gonna
it's gonna take a while. I don't think it's gonna be
that.
first ballot. It's
I
gonna
think
take a while for him.
that MVP is gonna solidify him because his stats is gonna be up there, and I think that MVP is gonna solidify him. And he's probably gonna maybe like you said, maybe not first ballot, but he's gonna slide. He's gonna slid.
Okay. Well, we'll see. The next one I have is as of right now, who true or false? I cannot say his last name. Brandon from San Francisco. Number 11. Brandon
Oh, Brandon
I
Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk.
thank you, Ayuk. I can never say it right. Brandon
Mm-hmm.
Ayuk is better than Devontae Smith. True or false?
True for now. I can say that.
For right now.
The only reason I say it like this is Brandon Ayuk is really the true wide receiver on
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco when you think about it. Yes, Debo is not a true one wide receiver. He's like a gadget guy and all that, but Ayuk is the one that's getting the tough yards. Where Devontae Smith is the number 2 to Brown. So
Yeah. I was thinking it's more of a tie. but
the only reason I don't to me Ayuk is the true number 1 for San Francisco. Like but
I
then that
got you.
gets tough because
Oh, I see
really,
what you're saying because AJ Brown is
yeah,
the number 1
really,
for.
really, if you really break it down, it's Christian McCaffrey, then the Ayuk, then that's
Yeah, that might be true.
if you think about it, when you go on number 1, but if you're going with the wide receivers, Ayuk is really the true number 1 because Debo is not going to go out there 5 yards in, 5 yards out, get your first down. No, that's Ayuk.
Nah.
Debo's the one he's running the reverses, catching the quick little screens. That's why honestly to me, I think you should keep Ayuk over Debo. Where in Philly, and this is no disrespect to Devontae Smith because he's doing tremendous, but AJ Brown is the number 1. Devontae Smith is clearly the number
2. I feel you on that.
Debo can't stay healthy either.
That's true. That is very true. But he has a freak of nature, so and he's still pretty young enough to get his body right. So hopefully he gets that. He finally gets Kyle Shanahan, excuse me, his ring. Because honey, he keeps on getting there. He keeps on losing. But it's really his fault. That Falcons one is his fault. Stop blaming Matt Ryan. That is, he was just following what Kyle Shanahan was doing. That is Kyle Shanahan's fault. You could, I will say that to the end.
And the problem is, they better figure out now because when it's time for Brock Purdy to get paid, they're gonna have to decimate that team because Brock Purdy's gonna get a check. He's gonna get a serious check.
I think I have to see how he plays this year. That's just my
opinion. Brock Purdy is going to get.
I don't think they're gonna give it to him if he don't play right this year.
Purdy is going to get a six. They hope he don't play right. If he plays just like he played he is, he's gonna get a serious check. It's gonna be.
Next up, James Harden is better than AI. True or false? Iverson. I know that's a toughie for you. My husband says no. He just don't like Harden though. But if he really be honest,
the reason why I say it's tough when
if you go by you think about teams and stuff.
This is gonna sound a little controversial. Iverson was a great, but let's keep it real. Iverson was what we get at Westbrook for his shooting numbers. Iverson was doing that. Like Iverson was had terrible shooting numbers, and he shot
It's
the ball
true.
a
But look at
lot.
but if you
And
think about his
he
teams
was
though,
not the play. He was,
his
but
teams
that's
weren't all that amazing.
because the problem is he's not LeBron. But let me say, it's the LeBron effect. You got to build a team around a player that ball dominates the ball. It's going to be hard to build around it. The one thing you can get about James Harden is a fantastic playmaker. And he can definitely be like he's like a point guard. So you can build a team around him and all that.
I agree with y'all. I think it's false too, y'all. They ain't mad at you.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's James Harden. Controversial take.
If we go by overall,
controversial
James Harden
take.
is better.
Maybe controversial take. When you go top 5 two guards in history, Mike, Kobe, Wade, Harden. That is, I'm telling you. When you look at, I'm gonna say it like this, and I'm not trying to hate on. I'm not. Look. You got to look at it like this. Harden was pulling Wilt Chamberlain type numbers. You can't argue about it.
And this is why Iverson will be better to me. Iverson does show up even when Harden is a stink of poop.
And we're not talking about MJ. Hey.
He said Kobe all their percentages were bad. All the greats' percentages were not amazing except for LeBron because he he passed a little more. But everyone else's percentage was bad. I'm talking about like the people that are hot, big hitters that will shoot the ball.
But hold on. But first of all, Kobe and Mike, they might have been ball hogs, but they were ball hogs and won championships. Iverson's style couldn't do it. He just didn't have the talent.
No,
now let's keep it real. It's the Kobe argument of if Iverson was 6'6".
He said that a newborn in big moments.
I see the hate on me. Hey, James Harden. We're not gonna respect James Harden until later on.
Dang, they calling you by your name too. No, Will. No. Ooh, you got emojis.
It's okay.
Look.
And you compare Iverson to Jordan and Kobe? No. Maybe in culture impact? Yes.
Well, culture impact, he's as far as like sport, Iverson is top 5 for sure. Iverson's impact. But no, Iverson is in my top 5 of shooting guards. I'm sorry, he's in mine. But I mean, hey, I disagree with you, but if I'm going by overall, like with passing and rebounding and all that other stuff, okay, I'm going with James Harden. But if I'm going by impact and like being better, like not shrinking, I'm definitely going to Iverson. So that's just my personal opinion. Next up, true or false? And this is for like my bust people who like to, we gotta bring up a bust here and there. There was some good busts. Robert Griffin III wasn't a bust. He just got injured. But as far as college is concerned, he better than Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football? True or false?
You mean biggest bust or who was better in college?
I'm sorry, who was better in college?
Oh, okay.
Robert Griffin III or Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, college. True or false? They're saying Robert Griffin III was better.
I'm leaning on Robert Griffin III. I am. But Johnny did it in the toughest conference, the SEC, and he beat Bama.
That was good, Gregory. That was good.
But you know what? This is the reason why I'm gonna say it's Robert Griffin, because Johnny Manziel, that was a very good team. Yeah, Mike. I think they had 5 first-round picks on that team. Yeah, Johnny Manziel was a first-round pick. Mike Evans was a first-round pick. Jake Matthews on the line was a first-round pick. Luke Joker was on that. That was the first-round pick. So they had 4 first-round picks. And then they had Christian Michael, who was the number 1 player in Texas at that time. So that was a very good team. They really should have, if they didn't have Kevin Sumlin, they probably should have really did more with that. Robert Griffin, I know he had Terrence Williams, I believe, was the wide receiver then, but Robert Griffin led that band. And it was Baylor. I don't know, Texas A&M. So I'm going to say Robert Griffin III.
Also, Craig said he's taking T back over Harden.
Hey, unpopular opinion again. I love T Mac to death. We gonna have to evaluate T Mac, man. Like he was
You're just going
great.
by because he couldn't get out of that round, out of the first round. That's the only
I mean, you
reason
know what I'm saying? At
why.
least James Harden got to the conference. James Harden got to the finals.
Well, he should with them teams he had.
Oh.
Them teams that James Harden has had was really good. And that's something that I used to act like wasn't true with my husband when he talked about James Harden. But those teams are good.
So OKC was young. Okay, so then what? Houston.
They made it to the championship. They were good.
Houston. No,
I'm
saying.
the Heatles. It was the Heatles' turn.
So Houston had a team, like a team. So name
the one with Chris Paul. The one with Chris Paul. Yes, the one when they should have beat the Warriors. That 2018 team.
And what happened?
Chris Paul got injured.
Chris Paul got injured.
Isn't that the time for James Harden to show that he's that guy, the best player in the world?
You lost.
And then
he had sidekick. He lost his sidekick.
Oh, now we're doing that.
And he's going against the Golden State Warriors. Like, come on now.
In 2018, their bench wasn't that good like the year before. I'm talking about Golden State.
Okay.
Their bench was better than Golden State.
You named Chris Paul. Name somebody else for Houston.
Gerald Green, who was good for them. What's the dude?
Okay.
Don't stop. They were good with. Stop acting like that team wasn't good. They made like 85 billion threes. Then they went 0 for 38. Wasn't that the game where they went like 0? They couldn't hit a three. They were hitting threes all season.
Yeah, and then they got cold.
Yes, and then they got cold. That's their fault. And James Harden looking all, you know how he do his body language. He pissed off. No one's making no threes. That is his fault.
He said he had a team. What was the team? He was going against the Golden State freaking Warriors.
No,
like, come on now.
I don't want to. They were up 3-2. They were up 3-2.
Who obviously was going through these? Ray Allen, them, and the Milwaukee Bucks, right?
They were good.
Who else?
Vince Carter, Vince Sanity in Toronto. Remember, people thought they was going to beat them.
Literally had to try to beat the greatest shooting team of all time.
That 2001
always
76ers,
pushed them to the brink.
That run is better than any of Harden's runs, and you know that's facts. Stop. And I know, and that respect to you, because you're not even a big James Harden lover, but you are trying your best. But no.
Okay, y'all talking about James Harden disappears usual. Okay, so other than the 1 year, obviously went to the championship.
That's all he needed.
What did he do after that? What did he do after that? What did he do?
He got injured. He got
So he was great. He was great every playoff. Every freaking playoff obviously was great. Sounds like he disappeared a lot.
You could count on him not to give up. I know that's for sure.
Because we have a lot of memorable James Harden moments, but we know
name them.
We do know him in the. You know what I'm saying, bad and good in the playoffs, right? But other than Iverson stepping over Ty Lue, y'all can't tell me anything else Iverson has done in the playoffs.
And I can't tell you. I can't tell you no James Harden off rip. I
do know James Harden won 2 playoff games for the Brooklyn Nets. For the Brooklyn Nets that 1 year when James Harden kind of took over, didn't he?
I don't remember. I don't recall.
Oh, of course you don't.
I don't recall.
James Harden actually had good playoff games for Houston. He just had bad games at the bad time, which was game 7.
Said Harden over T-Mac. Here you go. Be happy. He said Harden over T. Well, we talking about Iverson, but he said Harden over T-Mac. Okay, and T-Mac equals James Harden, meaning they're equal. Okay,
and respect. I love T-Mac too. That's the crazy part. I love T-Mac. I was a big T-Mac fan.
But that's what we're going by. But we're just going by that, which I guess that's a good reason to go by. I guess if I'm, I mean,
and he blew a 3-1 lead. People forget that. Guess who was the coach of that? Guess who was the coach of that?
I know he was with.
Yes. Who was it? Who was it, Jess?
So that just proves that wasn't T-Mac's fault. That just proves that wasn't T-Mac's fault.
The most cockiness coach of all time, Doc Rivers, blew that 3-1 lead with T-Mac. Yes.
So who you take? Okay, which Doc Rivers better than what's the dude that coached James Harden? The dude that don't play defense.
Oh, you talking about D'Antoni?
Yeah, who Doc Rivers better than D'Antoni? True or false?
Give me D'Antoni. Just give me a
Oh
defensive
my
coach.
God.
Give me a defensive coach, but D'Antoni didn't have Phoenix pushing San Antonio.
Now you out here bugging.
D'Antoni wasn't having
cannot
Phoenix
guard.
pushing San Antonio.
D'Antoni cannot even guard
Oh
a
Just get a defensive
snail.
coach. Just get a
He
defensive
can't
coach.
even
You
guard
need
a
a defensive
snail.
coach.
And I'm just
You gotta
keeping
get
it
a
to
defensive
me.
coach. That's
He
it.
won't. He don't want no one to guard it. He can't have no one guard a snail because D'Antoni is
What Doc-
terrible.
So what Doc coach? What Doc do?
Doc is better defensively, a defensive coach. He's a better defensive coach. But Doc is
How?
Doc is
Prove it.
cheeks. I'm not gonna hold you.
What-
Doc is
Other,
cheeks.
other, other.
I'm not
hold on.
saying that
Other than
he's
that
good.
Boston, other than that Boston year, how can you tell me he's a good defensive coach?
I mean, what do you mean? They played great defense that year. They helped. They did
had
well against Kobe.
Kevin Garnett was the defensive coach. That's why. Kevin Garnett was the defensive coach.
Okay, you was in the locker room, and Kevin Garnett was like, "I'm gonna be the defensive coach over Doc."
Kevin Garnett was the defensive coach. You know that's the truth. It's the truth.
Y'all just wild. I just yes, he had so many bad moments. Facts. And then D'Antoni.
D'Antoni, like over Doc. Yeah.
D'Antoni was dookie. Maybe because he coached my Knicks and he was trash juice. I know we didn't really have
That's what it is.
But
that's
he was
what
really
it is.
trash
You own a
juice.
grudge. You own a grudge. Let it go. Let that hurt go. Let that hurt go.
Doc Rivers can't coach my juice.
Exactly. Let that hurt go. Let that hurt go. Let that hurt go.
I'm over here dying. Y'all is so hilarious. Is Doc Rivers the most overrated? You think Doc Rivers is the most overrated coach of all time, though? So
absolutely. That one championship saved his whole entire coach career. I hate to say it, and Kevin Garnett is my boy, but Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Doc Rivers are living off that one championship.
Honey, they have every right to.
They are living off that one championship.
What do you want them to do? No, I don't count that one.
Hold on.
They supposed to count that.
Hold on. Let's keep it 100. If Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, and Chris Bosh only won one championship out of that big three, we would say that was a failure. They created a big three to create multiple championships,
but
and
no
lucky to get
they were
one.
Older, though.
And lucky to get one. I don't want to hear.
They never. But they didn't say they was going to win 8.
Together.
They never said it was going to win 8, William.
I mean, that's
they
true,
never said that.
You expect them to win more championships.
Well, they got to the finals in a year, and then they started getting. And you remember after that second straight, when they lost to LA in 09. Wait, no.
They should have won. They should have won.
No, they lost in 10. Well, no, they lost in 9 to Orlando because Dwight Howard was having an incredible year, and then 10 was when they went back to the finals against Kobe, and Kobe got his redemption. Ron Artest, he passed to me. Kobe passed to me. Yeah, so that happened. And then then the year after that is when they started kind of drifting away.
Miami took over.
That's when Miami took, which we expected them to. So I mean, look.
Nah, it was a disappointment, but they're lucky to get that one championship.
Oh my gosh, it wasn't a disappointment because they got a championship. If you get a championship out of it, it's not a disappointment. You just wanted them to win 3 straight because you felt like they should win 3 straight.
We're gonna end on this. If that's the case, if LeBron never wins another championship with the Lakers,
he won a championship with the Lakers. Is not a failure for him.
So if he played 7, 8 years,
no, but I don't think he should get a statue. Like they saying he's going to get a statue. I don't think it's that deep. I don't think he should be getting no statue, especially next to Kobe or anything. Y'all need to stop. But there's not a failure. But I don't think he's a Lakers. They're gonna say he's a Lakers legend because he broke the record and all that there. Which okay, I guess. But I don't know if he should get a statue. But I think they will give him one because Jeannie Buss gives everyone a statue. And then as far as clipped, he said watch clipped. Clippers used to lock up too. He just being real petty right now. He's talking about Doc because he's trying to say they're good. The bubble chip do count. Stop. And I can't believe y'all got me out here trying to defend LeBron. Like that thing do count. They were struggling. Everyone in the bubble was struggling. You not gonna count. Fine. Doc is dog diarrhea. Craig, y'all out here got me dying laughing this whole entire Oh, Jesus. Okay, so last one. I actually had one more. This was the last one. And that's that it's back to baseball. Barry Larkin is better than Cal Ripken Jr. True or false? Yeah, I was gonna say nah. Barry Locken was good though.
And I
Barry
want, and
Locken
I
was
want.
good.
He was good, but nah, not better than Cal.
Yeah, Cal was like that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
He was
I
one of the
like
first
Cal.
like big shortstops,
Yeah, he was.
big and tall.
I remember
Yeah.
as a kid, that's what a lot of kids had Cal Ripken jerseys,
Mhm.
and everything. Like Cal Ripken was very, very popular too. Like he was a nice guy and everyone liked him and everything. Good locker room guy, they say, and all that. So and oh Jesus, y'all are so funny. I also let me just say this before, I go, you know, um, I think Bronny's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be solid. Give him some time. He's a kid. People need to chill out off of him. They just doing that because they don't
Yeah.
like LeBron.
I
I
just
think
say
he's gonna be
TBD.
good.
I just say
Huh?
TBD. To be determined. To be determined.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
ain't
to be
saying yes.
determined. I don't judge summer league. I definitely
Yeah.
don't. People that have good summer leagues end up being okay. People that have bad summer leagues end up being amazing. So let's give him some time, y'all. And I think he will be good. Now, do I think Bryce will be better? First, I was like, I don't know. I do think Bryce has the potential to be better. Uh, and he has all the better. He's taller. He got the fatal. He got all the stuff. I heard he's not that much of a defender like Bronny is, but I mean, we live in an offensive world. Put the ball in the basket. So I do think he is going to be better and more fun to watch per se. I don't see him as athletic as Bronny. That's just my personal opinion. Because what have seen, I think Bronny's more athletic, but as far as like jumping ability, but I think he's gonna be good, y'all. So let's just give him some time. Rookie of the year, I don't know. Let's someone someone said maybe rookie of the year. I was like, I hope he gets some playing time. But with LeBron there, I think he will get playing time. So we'll see. But yeah, anything else, William?
Nah, nah,
So once
nah.
again, before we go, I just wanted to say the scripture that I said in the beginning because I know everyone missed it. I usually do this. It's First Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13. And now abideth faith, hope, charity, these three, but the greatest of these is charity. So the greatest of these is love. I love all of y'all. I want y'all to love everyone, even like I told Will, those crazy family members of ours. We still supposed to show some love, even if we don't agree with them, even if you got to love them from a distance. Just love them, love everyone that you see, and all that good stuff. So, God bless. Thank you so much for joining us today. Um, it was tons of fun as always, and hope to see y'all on Thursday. So, yeah,
Thursday. Yep. All right.
peace, love, happiness. Bye.